Folks, and welcome to Tuesday, October 17th, 2023's Daily Check-In. This is Vinny from Suds in the Sports Circle. I just got done again watching Days of Our Lives. My goal today is to watch Monday Night Raw from last night. I watched the Hulu version, so I know some of the stuff gets cut out. So when I say, oh, well, where are the Viking Raiders? Well, they're probably on the cutting room floor from the Hulu version. But either way, Christy and I are going to record an episode of Suds News, Suds in the Sports Circle News, tonight, and I'll have it posted as soon as we get done recording and editing. Outside of that, I will also record an episode of Squared Circle News tomorrow after I finish watching Monday Night Raw, in order to give everybody a complete update of what's going on in the world of professional wrestling. Outside of that, what else is going on? I'm working on something with my gym. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, so I don't want to necessarily put it out there that it's going to happen, but I did float something by the powers that be at the gym that I go to. For those of you that follow me on Facebook and also on here, you've seen the gym, the fitness center that I continuously check in at, so I'm trying to start something with them. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Still waiting for my car. It's going to be, like I said, on Friday. But anyways, today being October 17th, it's been a week since I've started to actually fully get to the point where I'm able to post more often, do a few more Instagram lives, or I don't do really live TikToks or Facebooks or anything. I'll stick with the Instagram, maybe get over to Threads at some point, but a lot of times what happens is if I record too long, the video is too big to share, so I have to keep it at a minimum, I guess. But either way, the fact is that I'm going to start doing a lot more, whether it's from my phone, which I'm doing now, or from the actual computer. That way I have a branded background. But what I'm thinking is to come up with some episode pictures, episode art for each specific episode going forward. So some of the things that I'm going to focus on going through. Also looking to expand into the realm of, I don't know if it's going to be audio drama, but definitely audio shows, with voiceover actors or voiceover people, not necessarily actors. But I'm also putting it out there that I want to get to the point where I could start interviewing, whether it's indie wrestlers or WWE or AEW superstars. Also, General Hospital actors, whether they're recurring or they're contracted, so I'm trying to get to the point where I'm able to make those contacts. I do want to say something to the point where I feel like a lot of stuff is going very well in everything I watch. Whether it's Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, WWE. I don't watch AEW. I don't watch Bold and Beautiful, and I don't watch Young and the Restless. And here's why. I don't have cable. I have an antenna where, I could watch Y&R and B&B on the network TV, but I can't record it, and I don't usually have the time to actually sit and watch it when it's live, and I hate commercials, so I have to find out where they stream. So if you know where Bold and the Beautiful and Y&R stream outside of getting cable and DVRing it, let me know. Are they on Paramount Plus? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I don't usually watch Paramount Plus. I think we have it, but I haven't actually watched it. I know the radio for Take Two Radio. I don't even know the official title of it. Welcome back. I think it's Blog Talk Radio, but they said they're going to start putting together some brief clips or storylines that I should watch and get into in order to introduce myself to Y&R and B&B. But I don't want to do that until I actually know where I can watch them daily. And so if that's the case, if they're on Paramount Plus, let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know where I could find Y&R and B&B. I also probably should start listening to the Y&R and B&B mini spotlights from JLG Media every Sunday. I should add them into the rotation. Because right now I listen to his GH mini spotlight and his GH DVDs when he releases them, and I listen to Edition Days. But I just haven't gotten into Bold and Beautiful and Y&R because I just haven't. In terms of AEW, I don't watch it because, again, I have Max, but AEW's not on Max. They're on TBS TNT, so again, I would need cable to DVR it. I don't have Bleacher Report, even though I know a lot of the stuff from Bleacher Report is being moved to Max, and I heard through the Gorilla Vine that AEW is moving over to Max at some point. So here's the deal. Quite honestly, that's some of the part that I would like to get to do. If I get cable for it, I would love to use it as a business write-off, right? I just don't have the money to put out in order to do that. But one thing I want to do over the next couple months while I'm sitting home and while I'm working on growing Suds Media is to actually go through and pinpoint what I can use for business expenses and what I could use, what's personal, and what I can get rid of as well in terms of expenses. But see, here's the thing. I want to do it because I want to do it. I don't want to do it specifically because of the money. I want to make money doing it, but I want to do it because I love it, right? I've always loved performing. I've always loved being an entertainer, even if it's laughing at what I look like, or laughing at the fact that I can have a monotone voice at times. But I do, and even laughing at some of my weird views in politics, because I know everybody does. But see, here's the thing. It's like I want to get to that level. I want to get to that point where if I'm able to do a live show or a live feed like this, and I'm getting 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 viewers, and then a lot of repeat play, and a lot of, residuals after that. I'd love to get paid sponsorships. So this is what I'm going to do. All right. This is what I'm putting out there in the ether, is that I am going to make this work. Okay. I'm not going to beg anybody for anything. However, if you want to help and you want to sponsor and you want to help out, go to Buy Me a Coffee /Suds and the Squared Circle. Go ahead and help me out. I'm working on getting a Patreon started. And here's the thing is, I don't know how much stuff is going to be exclusive to patrons or whatever. I don't have the ability for Super Chats on YouTube yet because I don't go live all the time. And my subscriber list and stuff, it's just not there yet. But, if you're interested in sponsoring, if you're interested in helping out, go ahead, buy me a coffee. Even though it wouldn't go to coffee. But that's just the name of the website. So buymeacoffee.com /Suds in the Squared Circle. I'm working on getting everything there. I'm working on getting everything together and organized. And here's the thing, is like, I've always done this as a hobby. Now it's time to put it into motion. In terms of, I'm going to spend 8 hours a day on this shit. On this stuff. Because that's what I want. All right. Yesterday I came to, was it yesterday or the day before when I was on X on, when something caught my eye. Max Updates GH actually was the one that reposted it or re-excerpted it, as I like to call it. It was from a 14-year-old girl who watches General Hospital. GH fan page, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm wrong, I will put it in the notes. But here's the thing, is I don't like a lot of fandoms, right? I don't like the Sprina fandom. I don't like the Jex fandom. Hell, I don't even like the fandoms of WWE and AEW. I don't like the toxicity of it because especially as we're in the social media society right now, is that if you don't agree with me, you're wrong, you don't matter, and nobody cares about you. And that's a bullshit way of looking at things, quite honestly. Here's the deal, is that we want the soap operas, we want wrestling to stay on TV, right? With the world of streaming, and when I say TV, I mean streaming included. I love the fact that Days is on Peacock. I don't have to worry about it being preempted. I don't have to worry about commercials because I have Peacock Premium, right? And when I watch General Hospital on Hulu, I would love to see GH go directly to, completely to streaming. I know that'll piss some of the people off that do watch it, that don't, because eventually when you add up all the streaming services, it still equals the amount you usually pay for cable. So what's the point of, you know what I mean? The only difference is you could watch what you want when you want it. It's convenience. You're paying for the convenience. Anyways, as I was saying, the only way to keep these shows on TV is to have, people who are fans of different fandoms, are fans of different characters, different wrestlers, different soap characters, different couples, different what have you, okay? And the bullying needs to stop. And it needs to get younger, right? You have fans of the Jex couple and the fans of the Sprina couple. And the thing is, if you don't like Sprina, nobody cares. Believe me, I got a ton of hate for something I said about the fact of, about something I said a few months ago, back in July. I know Christy, my co-host, got some hate for something else because of something she said that, was probably a throwaway comment that, quite honestly, here's the deal. If you get offended, you get offended, right? Move on past it. You don't necessarily need to make it heard, or DM the person and say, hey, what you said was offensive. Could you clarify, right? But no, everybody takes it upon themselves to think they know what the poster is posting, right? And on X, you only get, unless you have the little blue check mark, you only get 280 characters. You cannot convey tone in text. Unless everybody's going to start doing these feeds and videos where you could actually hear somebody talking, you cannot actually convey text, tone through text. So here's the thing. Be better. Scroll past it. We need to grow the audience. We need to grow the viewership. I don't know what the ratings are for General Hospital. I don't know what the ratings are for Days of Our Lives. I might have to subscribe to Nielsen and find out. I can get the viewership for the WWE through WrestleNomics, but there's no Soapnomics, right? But see, here's the thing. We all enjoy our entertainment. Okay, we all enjoy soap operas. For the General Hospital and the soap opera fans, you enjoy watching what you want to watch. Could the writing be better? Sure. Is there going to be stuff that is there going to be stuff that you don't like, whether it's writing or character acting or whatever? Yeah, of course. Are there going to be some things that make you feel? There better be. There were so many people that were calling for the end of the Sasha storyline because she kept getting, hurt and drugged and tortured, basically. But here's the thing. People are calling for the ending of it. Hell, I love the storyline. Not because I like seeing somebody get tortured, but it made me feel. Sasha Gilmore, in my opinion, is the number one babyface on General Hospital right now. Right? And I compared her to Ricky Morton. She's the Ricky Morton of General Hospital because of all the stuff that she went through. Because you got behind her. And when she made that hot tag to Cody, when Cody came in to save her, that instantly put him up to a main event level. And I wouldn't mind seeing them together as a couple. In my opinion, I think it would be great. I love the character of Cody, and I love the character of Sasha. It made you feel. When Gladys, when Gladys went outside and called the cops and turned on Sasha and said, I have an escaped felon. Oh, God. That made me yell at TV. I literally wanted the character of Gladys to go straight to hell. You remember in 1996, the Bash of the Beach, when Hulk Hogan gave the leg drop to Macho Man Randy Savage and said, and turned and created the NWO, and Tony Schiavone out there said, Hulk Hogan, you can go straight to hell. That's exactly what it was for me. Gladys Corbin, you can go straight to hell, and I think I did an excerpt about that. Because it made you feel. There's too many. This social media has made it impossible for a lot of storylines that really make you feel. Because, if it's in wrestling, there's not many people that want to be true babyfaces. MJF was fantastic about it. Baron Corbin was fantastic about it. They made you hate the person playing the character in public. Kayfabe was alive with them. There's no kayfabe in acting, right? And for those of you who are just soap watchers, the term kayfabe, Kayfabe, is the art of keeping the character going 24/7. It's what wrestlers lived back in the territory era. If you were living, for example, let's just take the Northeast, the WWF territory, when, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, if you saw a guy like the Iron Sheik, when he was, here's a perfect example. When Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Iron Sheik were pulled over and arrested for drugs, they were traveling together. Vince McMahon just about fired them both because they both broke kayfabe, because they were feuding at the time and they were traveling together, which broke the fourth wall, so to speak, as if to say, hey, these guys shouldn't be in the same car because they're fighting each other. So kayfabe is that art of keeping the character going even on the outside. The Sheik, Ed Farhat, up in Detroit. I think until the day he died, he never spoke English on the outside. In public, outside of, because his character was from the Middle East and he was a savage. That's the character. So if you go ahead and you want to feel in any of these storylines, you have to believe it. Do we hate Maurice Bernard? Absolutely not. Do we love Maurice Bernard? Absolutely we do. But the character of Sonny Corinthos on General Hospital is a villain. I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, he's a babyface, a mobster with a heart of gold. But at the same time, he's, a mobster. So that should be a villain, right? Perfect example. Bonnie Burrows, Gladys Corbin. We cannot stand her. Like, she is the biggest heel that was on the show. She's no longer there. She left the show. But yeah. But at the same time, Bonnie Burrows is fantastic. And we get to know the actors based on we get to know the actors based on their personal lives through social media. I give guys like Roger Howarth and Michael Easton credit for not being on social media, because it keeps them almost kayfabed to the point where we don't know if they have a political affiliation. We don't know what they are in real life, if they love to cook. That's one of the things that made it so hard for me to hate Baron Corbin. He was a fantastic cook. Alexa Bliss, when she adopted her blind pet pig, Larry Steve, and she was a heel, it made me so hard to hate her because of the person she was. Yeah, and you know what? That's the thing, is that when you're like that, it makes you hard to hate the character. You can make the separation on soap operas and the distinction between character and actor. Right? Because you know that Maurice Bernard is not Sonny Corinthos. That's the character he plays. Steve Burton is not Jason Morgan, right? Because now Steve Burton's on days playing Harris Michaels. He's the actor, not the character. In wrestling, now we know, that Baron Corbin's real name is not Baron Corbin. We know that Roman Reigns his real name is not Roman Reigns, it's Joe Anoa'i. Or, I think so, that's what his last name is. But either way, it's not Roman Reigns, right? We know The Rock is Dwayne Johnson, but that's only because he crossed over in the movies. John Cena is John Cena, but he still plays a character of John Cena on WWE. So there's always that distinction. But that's what's on my mind. I want to thank you for joining. I want to thank you for watching. All right, I will post this everywhere later. I have somewhere I have to get to. But for now, go ahead and leave me some comments. Let me know where I can stream Bold and Beautiful and Y&R so that I can watch them and not have to sit through them on network TV watching when they're live. So let me know. Have a great day, everybody.